like, what's next for you now? You've done 2 oceans. You've got the world record in regards to the stationary row. You've um, grabbing life by the horns from the sounds of it, very much so. I love that take in regards to protecting your energy. What are you up to now? Because I can't imagine how difficult it is from that isolation to then step back into modern world with all of the distractions. So what's the next goal that you're now going to? Is it Everest? Like, what's the next goal?
Um, Look, I've just finished doing that 14-day hike. So that was a nice little exit out of, for 14 days and being self-sufficient and self-reliant. I'll continue to do small jaunts like that because I do have to work. I do have to try and rebuild. Every time you step out of your life and do these things, you are basically coming back to zero. I'm 52 years old and I've got nothing except my boat. I own my rowing boat. That's it. So, and I do have to accept that I've got to come back and work and, try and earn some money. But the ocean will always have a pull for me. So at the moment, my mind is thinking Indian Ocean, and it would be my final row, I believe. Like I think it would just close this chapter. It means if I row the Indian, then I've done the globe between, me and my boat. We would have done a lap, circumnavigated, and I feel like then I could hang her up and be satisfied that, it's a done deal now. We've done it. But I also want to do a global sailing challenge, which is called the
I was
mini.
going to ask you. Yeah.
I'm obsessing about it. And, I know what happens. When I start obsessing about things, it will happen. So I have to build my own 5.8 meter little sailing vessel. And it's an event where we are all racing the same. So nobody has a bigger mast. No one has a bigger keel. We buy the kit. It's a 5.8 meter sailing vessel. We build it. You build your own boat. It's out of ply, so it's affordable, it's accessible, and it's a lap of the globe in this tiny little 5.8. My boat was 7.7 meters. This is 5.8
Wow.
meters. So it's smaller than my boat. But I feel like it's certainly got my name on it in terms of ticking all those boxes for, well, I'm out in the ocean, I'm challenging myself, I'm pushing boundaries, you've got to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, all that sort of stuff again. And they're just nice to look forward to, have that to look forward to. And also that sort of planning and, it forces discipline, regime. I thrive in those conditions. I am the best version of myself when I'm in those conditions. So I feel like I constantly need that, you know what I mean? And yeah, there is a recovery time. You finish these events and you come home and it can't, you've got to rebuild and recover physically, mentally. For the first 4 months I came home, I was just trying to regain my mobility, my flexibility, my stability, my strength. You lose 20 odd kilos out there. And so you got to come back and rebuild all that strength. And which again, I love all that too. That's a challenge. And I like that, you see that improvement every week. You're like, oh yeah, you look at where you were and what I am now. And it sort of gives my life purpose.
Would you ever just buy a bigger, not a 5.8, but a bigger sailing or a catamaran or something and that's it? Just be on the water forever and live sailing the world? Start a YouTube channel?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up doing that. That wouldn't surprise me at all if I end up living on a boat somewhere. And, just imagine, right? Sydney Harbour, you can pick up a boat for, 100,000 and then just drop your anchor here, there, everywhere. And you got multi-million-dollar views sitting on board your little boat. It's pretty cool. And it's a possibility. Like it's available.